Protect your car with 3W Liners all-weather floor mats. Made from durable materials like TPE and rubber, our mats are designed to withstand rain, snow, and mud with deep grooves to trap dirt and liquids. For a custom fit and advanced protection, visit 3W Liners. That's the number 3, WLINERS.com today. At Acasis, innovation drives us. Since 2008, we've been creating cutting-edge technology products that make your life easier. With a focus on performance, design, and customer service, we're here to help you work smarter, not harder. Join us on our journey to simplify your world. Visit Acasis.com today. That's ACASIS.com today.
Farmhounds offers natural treats and chews made with quality products that support family farms, regenerative agriculture, and humane farming practices. Give your dog the best with wholesome, organic ingredients that promote health and happiness. Shop now at farmhounds.com. Unlock a world of convenience with Mully Box, your one-stop solution for personalized subscription boxes delivered right to your door. From gourmet snacks to unique finds, each box is tailored to your tastes. Experience the joy of surprises. Subscribe today at mullybox.com. That's MULLYBOX.com. We are Rogue Media Sports.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. It is the Cam Show on this Friday, brought to you by Rogue Media Sports Network. Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone out there. We hope you love coming to the show live at high noon Eastern time every Monday through Friday, and then wherever you get your podcast. I know Zach Burke, who's keeping us on the air today, is having a lovely Valentine's Day. Zach, I do want to ask, did your wife get a Valentine's from the new baby at all? Did you have to go through that today?
No, I haven't done that yet.
I have not bought my card yet, by the way.
I did make sure, hear me out, and this is kind of like low-key genius on my part without even realizing it. When I woke him up this morning, I needed an outfit, and I dressed him in one of like red with like hearts on it and stuff like that because it was in the top of the drawer, but it looks like I did it for Valentine's Day. So
look at you, man.
I know.
Look at you.
No, I'll do something this weekend. Like I'll probably try to like make dinner, like, do something sweet this weekend. But actually trying to do something on Valentine's Day always to me seems a bit ridiculous. It's like trying to get Taylor Swift tickets to find a place to eat.
Yeah, it's pretty tough, man. We had to book something. Well, I say Grace booked something out like weeks and weeks ago that we're going to tonight. Now we've got this thing where we don't have a lot of money. We have that deal. And also our anniversary is in like 3 weeks. So we kind of get burnt out from Christmas in terms of spending because we both have, a lot of people to buy for. And so we're like, hey, let's just do something cheap. Like just give us something cheap. And like we kept it under $50, but she insists on having a card. And I don't mind going and getting a card, but it's the fact that I have to drive in the city to get a card. I don't want to do that. The walk is about 20 minutes away, which normally I would do, but today it's about 4 degrees. So we're walking to dinner. So I'm like, I don't know how much I could expose my body to that. So I do have to buy a card today on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Or else.
For sure else. Or hear me out. You have a printer? Do you have a printer around?
I do have a printer, yeah.
You have printer paper?
I mean, yeah.
Hear me out. Make your own card. Now you might be like, that seems a little childish. No. I'm telling you, if you're like, hey, like I was just so swamped with everything I had to do, but you know what? I wanted to make sure that today on Valentine's Day that you got the card that you deserved. So it's not what I could get, but still, it's just me showing you that I wanted to make sure to take time out of my day to make sure that you got a card. Translation.
I really didn't want to leave the house, man. Like I just don't. This is the thing. Like working from home, I do have work the whole day. Like it keeps me busy the whole day. But like I can just go out and get something and work till, whatever, 5 instead of 4:30 on a Friday. But I just don't want to. I don't.
I get that, but here you don't need to say that part of it.
The thing is, I have to walk the dog for almost an hour every day because she's at work and we have to do this training. So
yeah, no, I get that, but
it's not one where I can just tie her to a bike post and go inside, and you know what I mean. So I would have to bring her back and then go out and do another walk to get there. So if I walked to the CVS, that would be 3 walks today of a half hour or more,
and it's single digits outside.
Yeah. Like it's not safe for people with heart problems. I don't have heart problems yet. But
I thought you were trying to say.
No. Heart problems is I don't have the heart to go out on Valentine's Day and get this card.
You don't have heart problems, but weather like that seems like it could cause them.
It could, yeah.
You want to know who might have some heart problems?
Yes, please. I look like. Do you wait before you answer that?
Okay.
No, sorry. You know what? I need that set up first. Go ahead.
Tell me. You know where I'm going, right?
Maybe. Is this going to lead us into what I'm going to talk about?
I think maybe.
All right. Well, then let me get this first.
Okay, you get yours first, and then I'll make my point.
Have you seen Dan Henschel on Twitter at all?
No.
He's this really weird dude. And he'll just like film these videos of him like freaking out, or he had one yesterday where he's at a store.
Shaved head guy?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Yeah.
You see the pictures of him in like the Orioles hat?
Yes. Yeah, I do.
Do I look like this guy right now? We talked about this a little bit yesterday with my Red Sox hat, but you could see how much of the forehead is showing, and you also can't.
Here's the thing: is you have more hair. I'm flipping back and forth between you and him on the computer right now. and you have more hair on the side. Your hat fits a lot better. Like
well, yeah, that hat's ridiculous that he's
well,
wearing.
looks like it's like the 1995 Orioles hat that he just pulled out of his closet.
It's
but
the one that basically the one that Elaine was wearing in that episode of Seinfeld.
yes.
Okay, so we might bring that picture on the screen later, just to make sure, like later in the show, just to make sure I'm not tangential. All right, so
I'll try to add it up. You want me to make my?
So
my
you could have heart problems.
Oh, you know who? It's not good if you have heart problems out in the snow. You know who else might have heart problems today? A Finnish team who was on the receiving end of a 6-1 loss last night.
Belt to ass, man. Belt to ass. Did you watch this game, Zach?
I didn't get to watch all of it, but I did make sure to watch some of it. Yes, I got to see 2 goals while I watched too. So it was like, what was I saying? Hey, a senator at least got in on some of it.
Oh, I got to say this, man. The Kachuk brothers. Real nice to have those motherfuckers on our side for once. Woo, woo, woo. Yes, man. Yes, bro.
It was nice. It was nice. Yeah. What, 4 goals between the 2 of them?
Yes, 4 goals, 5 points. They were just chucking people around. It was awesome, man. I know we're way in on this 4 Nations.
We are. We're not alone, by the way. I meant to tell you this. I talked to somebody the other day who is just like an hockey fan. I think she took photos for like the UHFL there for a while. So she but she was gung-ho about this 4 Nations thing. And it was just nice to be like, all right, because after hearing you and Matthew Berry talk yesterday, and he seemed just a little ho-hum about it. And I thought, maybe that's fine. I know it's not for everybody, but I like the fact of watching our U.S. hockey team just beat the piss out of people.
It fucking rocks, man.
Yes.
It's so awesome to have the Kachucks on our side. Like it made me, this doesn't even have a direct correlation, but it makes me think of that Adam Sandler line in Billy Madison when talking about Steve Buscemi. And he's like, I'm glad I called that guy. I'm glad that guy's on my team now. Oh my God. Good first 2 nights of it. And this was a game, by the way, it was 2-1 at the end of the second. And it was so 1-0 Finland, 1-1 at the end of the first, 2-1 US at the end of the second. And it's 5-1, 3 minutes into the third and a 6-1 final. Just dominant. And I was surprised at how slowly they started because I was on my walk yesterday after the show and thinking about
them.
Huh?
So you didn't get a card then?
No, I didn't get a card. I wasn't anywhere near. I was in the other. This was walking the dog. I was in the other direction. But I was thinking about that Canada-Sweden game, and I was like, "Am I being too cocky here?" Because I already think the USA is going to win the tournament, and I kept thinking like, I think the US would have beat Sweden like 4-1 or 4-2. Like, I just don't think they would have allowed Sweden back in that game. Canada was pretty lackluster, letting them back in the game. Now I had the thought that whole time in that Canada game of like, hey, they're going to have one more moment of brilliance here. I think there's too much talent there. And they did. But the US flexing their muscle, man, it did not take long to put those Kachucks on the line together, by the way. So they don't start the game on the same line, which I was a little surprised at because we already knew Brady was going to be playing on the wing. Yeah. I was like, okay. And literally like, I don't know, halfway through the second period, I see them out on the same line together. And I'm texting my buddy who is a big hockey fan. And I'm like, they've already switched up the lines. They've already done it. Like, what's going on? And then bang, it all comes to fruition, which I'm like, you had 3 practices? You can't put together chemistry anyway. Like, why not put them on the same line?
2 people who would have natural chemistry already.
And that line's going to be scary, dude. Centered by Eichel. You had a terrier to terrier connection on Brady's second goal, by the way. A little BU action. It was Eichel. Golly. That was so much fun. And like Finland, we knew was the weakest team coming into this tournament, but I mean, ESPN tried their damnedest to really hype it up. And they had a decent point in that Finland is like always up for these tournaments. And they all like, they play, there's like a Finnish style of playing. So they don't need like a couple of weeks of training camp. They can just hop in there and they play a very organized, very detail-oriented game. And that's why they stayed in it. Like, I don't think the U.S. was really bad the first 2 periods. Even the first period where they didn't look great. It was more like Finland was up for it. Finland was up for the game, and they kind of let a cheap one through on a tip right in front of Connor Hellebuck, and then it's 6 unanswered, man. They did boo the national anthem. I don't know if you heard that.
Well, they were in Canada. Yeah, they were in Canada. We expected that.
Canada's upset with this. And they asked Matthew Tkachuk after the game, and he just said, yeah, didn't like it. That's all. This is going to be package. This is going to be one hell of a matchup tomorrow night, man.
I'm so excited for tomorrow night.
And your guy, Brady Tkachuk, with kind of a damning quote after the game for Senators fans. He says, "This is the biggest game I've ever played in." Did the dude forget the bean pot? He played in the bean pot.
Well, in his defense, I mean, he's yet to play in a playoff game. I mean, hopefully maybe that could happen this year, but yeah, no, he hasn't played anything past a regular season game, so I get that.
I think it might happen this year, by the way. It was a slow start. Again, the first power play looked terrible. You compare it to Canada's first the other night where they go McDavid, Crosby behind the back, McKinnon, and they scored like 15 fucking seconds. Yeah. To this one where the U.S. Almost goes offside 3 times in the same power play. They did it twice, and they had to hold up on their last rush of the power play to make sure they didn't go offsides a 3rd time. So it wasn't a very good look. But then it was just good old-fashioned American muscle, baby. They started throwing the body around. They screened the goaltender. They get tips in front of the net. Like, as talented as this team is, that is how they're going to win. And that's what we were thinking before the tournament, too. Like, Canada has real great top-end talent as well, and you saw it in that game, right? Power play goal, 2-on-1 break. Mitch Marner, great wrist shot to win it in overtime. Like, they're going to score their goals with some terrific, easy-on-the-eye kind of hockey. The U.S. has a ton of talent too, right? Matthews and Jack Hughes, and obviously Matthew Tkachuk still has plenty of talent too. But they're going to get greasy, grimy goals, which is what they did. I mean, Brady's first one is just throwing it at the net, like get a deflection. Matthew scored off a rebound. He scores on a tip off a Finland stick. Boldy has an awesome tip. Another clip that one. Boldy has an awesome tip. Another Massachusetts guy. So, like that's how they're going to be living, dude. That is going to be how they're doing this. And I thought we were going to get a Charlie McAvoy injury in there. Got cross-checked into the net right on his shoulder. And then I get, again, I'm going to keep focusing on the brothers because they were the story of the game. Then I get what's been happening against me and so many other hockey fans for a couple of years now. So McAvoy gets cross-checked into the goal. He lands like right on his shoulder and he grabs at his shoulder. Like, I don't know what the deal is with that, but it didn't look right. And immediately as they're going to the bench, both Tkachuk brothers are like chirping the shit out of this guy. And they're like, just wait, because he got a penalty. He's like, just wait. And then they scored on the power play. Matthew Tkachuk scores on the power play. And I'm like, this is the experience right here. Like Matthew Tkachuk goes after someone, doesn't actually fight him because this guy's going into the box. And then he scores on you to make it really hurt. Like that's the experience. And I'm telling you, man, it was like something out of a movie. It was like some Mighty Ducks shit. You know, these two brothers just bashing everyone all over the ice and then scoring goals. It's like the best youth hockey team you played against, man. Like they just have two brothers who are the son of an NHL player. Like
it's when the Ducks show up and number 2, and they have to see everybody on Team USA, and they're like, "Oh wow, okay, yeah."
Like this is 15, 20 years ago, this would have been a great promotional opportunity. It would have been great posters, a commercial.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if they do that anymore, but this is it is. I'm gonna hate these guys a week from tomorrow. I'll give it a day after the tournament when they win it. I'm gonna hate these guys again, but I've long said it on this show, especially with Matthew. Do anything to have him on my team, man. Fucking anything. Brady too. I'd love to have Brady Tkachuk on my team. But that was sick last night, man. Good old fashioned American muscle. I do. Can I bitch about one thing though?
Dude, whatever you want to. Here, I'll even give you the full floor.
It is my show. Oh, you can stay here. I kind of want your opinion on this.
Oh, okay.
So I'm watching the game, and I notice that the U.S. team has on their sleeves the Discover logo. Now, these are in NHL uniforms now. I'll give them some credit. They look pretty subtle, but they're still there. The Bruins have Rapid 7 on there. So they've got Discover on there. They've got Cat, like the construction company, on the helmet. And I'm like, this is so American, like so USA to do this. And then I look, and Finland has the SAP logo on their shoulder. And I'm like, first off, I don't even know how that makes sense. I don't know anything about SAP other than that's how you can watch the Red Sox game in Spanish. I thought it was only Spanish. But I'm like, back to this thing that this is so old man, but like, why does everything have to be a fucking ad? Why does everything have to be an ad now?
Well, remember the postseason.
This is a national team jersey, man.
In baseball, they added it to the helmets, to the batting helmets.
Yes, and now they've got them on the sleeves too.
Yes, it's everywhere.
Sucks, man. And like
sell stuff they're going to. That's like you said, that's just America.
And for this tournament, what they're doing, which they're almost certainly going to do in the NHL, is they're shaving a minute off the intermissions and using that for longer commercial breaks. Which I'm like, dude, like it's just such a middle finger to the audience, man. Yeah. But it will make them infinitely more money because you have the eyeballs during the period. So make that long. Like the Zamboni, it used to take 17 minutes. Now it takes about 10, and you have a 17-minute break. And it obviously makes sense for the networks, but it's like, why does everything need to be an ad? Everything.
Nope, I'm completely.
You can't watch a 5-minute YouTube video.
Without
like this, at least we have natural breaks. Like you get it, right? Like you understand there's going to be commercial breaks in a sports game or in the Cam show, but to add a full nother one, like 3 commercial breaks during a period, it's like, golly, man, no wonder why people are going to soccer. Like, it's everywhere. Now it's on it's on the sleeves, it's on the helmets, and it's like, God damn, like what is the benefit of that, man?
I don't know. Eventually I feel like it's going to be just like a NASCAR jersey, like a car worth of just patches all over the jersey.
I mean, that's what it looks like in those leagues in Europe, man. And the hockey leagues in Europe. And I hope it doesn't ever come to that. And maybe we'll just, I don't know, maybe we'll get used to it. I'm certainly
jerseys look like that too in the European leagues too.
Yeah. Like I'm certainly numb to it in soccer. Like I don't even, I guess I've just been so ingrained to it that I don't even realize most of the time that it literally is just an ad on the front and your team crest is kind of up in the corner. But anyway, I keep bringing up these guys. This is the Tkachuk brothers show, but
I'm fine with that.
They had one of these like little promo things from USA Hockey, and it was like asking the guys trivia questions. And it's like a little 2-3 minute video. And they ask like, who is the US's all-time leading scorer at these best on best tournaments? And these guys, they're guessing Modano. Like one guy guesses Brian Leetch. One guy is Patrick Kane. Matthew Tkachuk guessed Mike Modano. And he was the last one because, or the last one that gets it wrong, because the next guy goes, Keith Tkachuk? Correct. So Matthew did not get his own dad correct on that one. All-time leading goal scorer in the best on best. And they go back to him and he's like, it's not my dad, is it? He's like, really? Good. No, good for him.
That's funny. Oh, that's funny.
Didn't even know it was his dad. Big Walt, baby. Should be a Hall of Famer. I wish he had been a true asshole and had a kid that would play for the Bruins, but
it's not too late yet.
I guess it's not. There was some rumors last year about trying to put a trade together for Brady when it looked like he might force his way out, but Senators are in a better position right now than the Bruins, so it's not going to happen. And certainly Matthew will probably never get moved in his prime anyway, until he's done. He's already been in one blockbuster deal that worked out pretty well. But yeah, those guys are going to be public enemies 1 and 2. They're going to even forget that they need to boo Austin Matthews, boo the shit out of him because he's a Leaf. They're going to even forget about that. This is going to be like awesome theater tomorrow night. This is going to be terrific hockey for the international game, therefore for the NHL. Like this is going to be great all the way around. And I know this is a tournament that you can't have in kind of the All-Star break every year. It's just, it will never happen. And this is, in fact, probably the only one that there will be, this Four Nations. But this is such an upgrade over the All-Star game and All-Star weekend. And tomorrow night is going to be the highlight of that until hopefully these two teams meet in the championship next week. But there is legit hatred here. I mean, the U.S. and the Finns were mucking it up 1 minute into the game last night. 1 minute. So there was this big question of, will these guys actually care about this tournament? And so far through 2 games, an overtime win and a blowout, the answer is clear. Hell yeah, these guys care. They really care. And the U.S. is like pulling out the stops here. You know, we had Matt Barry on the show yesterday, and he was talking about how, it's just not like USA Hockey is not a huge, great fan base. I kind of disagree on that part, but he also said, like, it's never going to be anything like Canada. And that's true. The fandom around Canadian hockey is unlike anything that we have in the U.S. for our national teams, because the only thing that would be close is basketball, and we win that all the time. There's no competition to it. There's no inferiority complex. There's none of that. And the way that the Canadians root for their national hockey team is much like the way you see it in soccer in Europe specifically, but also, of course, in South America too, of these icons who play against you during the season, right? Like nobody in Canada hates Sidney Crosby, and yet he's never played his professional career in that country. Nobody hates him. They love him because he plays for Canada. The same way, like the people in England, even the Arsenal fans didn't hate Harry Kane necessarily because, he's the stud for England. He's England's best player. There were Manchester United fans that loved Michael Owen back in the day because he was England's best player. And we just don't have that in the U.S. We don't have that. There are guys, certainly, like I just talked about with Matthew Tkachuk, that we root for when they put on the USA jersey, but it's not like, a guy that's playing in Canada that we want to come, it's not the same thing. And there is a massive inferiority complex from Canada. Of course there is. I can't even blame them for it. And I like Canada for the most part, except when we do these things here. But they have, like, hockey is their greatest export to the world. Not even close. It's the biggest cultural impact they have on the planet. This is a sport that is played all over the world at a high level all over the world. And Canada is the place where it was born, where it was raised, and where the top guys still come from. And it eats away at them at how much the USA is caught up. Because this has been a long time coming. Okay, this is not like, oh, all of a sudden we care about hockey. No, I can't say that. Like the USA for a long time was awful in the World Junior Championships and the Canada Cup and all these best on bests. 96, they beat Canada. That stuck with them pretty good. And then 2002, Canada beats the US in the gold medal game. 2010, Canada beats the US in the gold medal game. 2014, Canada beats the US in the semifinals and wins the gold medal again. 04 World Cup of Hockey, US wasn't even close. 2016 World Cup of Hockey, USA wasn't even close. So this is a long time coming. This isn't out of nowhere. But the US is just as talented as this Canadian team. And in fact, they're probably a better overall team. They're probably built out better than Canada is. And now you throw in the tariffs and the Trump aspect of this, because he has to be involved in fucking everything in our lives. No one will allow him not to be. You add all that in there, this is going to be an event tomorrow night, Saturday night in Montreal. And then I think the hockey gods have to make this happen because the whole world wants it. We got to have those two squaring off for the championship next Thursday in Boston. Oh, God. This is going to be a hockey event, and I can't wait for it. Canada looks like Swiss cheese in the net. Hellebuck looked awesome after that first goal. USA is going to bring the grit that Canada is usually known for. It is going to be a physical game, hard fought, big time checks. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait for this hockey event that is happening Saturday night. Oh, I need it. I need it. US, Canada, baby. And what's great about it is the announcement of these new best on best tournaments. This rivalry ain't going anywhere. It never has gone anywhere, but this is going to be really ramped up because the US, obviously, like I mentioned, has probably their best team ever right now at this tournament. But going forward, like, they've got a good grip on the next generation of talent. They really do. Canada's got their guys too. You know, they got Bedard and Celebrini who aren't in this one, and they've got that next great defenseman, the 16-year-old. They got Gavin McKenna, these guys. But the U.S. is, I mean, you saw the World Juniors this past year. They're bringing up a ton of talent in the next couple of years as well. This is going to be right through 2032 World Cup of hockey. These are going to be the teams. This is going to be the rivalry. And it all starts Saturday night, baby. U.S. Canada. Let's tell those hosers it's our game too, baby. Oh, we got other stuff to talk about. I guess I got to talk about the Patriots a little bit. That's coming up next on the Cam Show.
Shades is your trusted partner in stage lighting, offering a wide range of high-quality, innovative products since 2015. With designs that cater to all needs, fast delivery, and affordable prices, we provide exceptional customer service to ensure your satisfaction. With warehouses across the globe and sales in over 100 countries, Sheds is quickly becoming one of the most recognized names in the stage lighting industry. Visit shehds.com today to discover top-tier stage lighting solutions and become part of our global network.
Introducing Muc-Off's classic pink bike cleaner, powered by revolutionary nanotechnology that breaks down dirt and grime on a microscopic level while protecting your bike's delicate finish. Developed by our mad developer Alex and tested by riders, our products are made by riders for riders. Discover more at us.muc-off.com, where we break the mold to bring you the best in bike care.
At Open Goal USA, we're revolutionizing training for both soccer and lacrosse with our innovative portable rebounders. Perfect for players of all ages and skill levels, our rebounders improve accuracy, control, and technique in both sports. Built with premium materials for durability and ease of use, they're ideal for training anywhere, anytime. Whether you're perfecting your soccer game or sharpening your lacrosse skills, Open Goal USA has you covered. Visit OpenGoalUSA.com and elevate your training today.
Chappellex is a full-category shapewear brand dedicated to providing women with exceptional comfort and support. We offer thoughtfully designed solutions that blend style with functionality, empowering women to feel confident and at ease every day. Chappellex is redefining what it means to have a perfect body. Our mission celebrates body positivity, embracing every shape and size, because true beauty lies in authenticity. Visit shapellx.com today and join a movement towards self-love, acceptance, and confidence.
Indulge in Blum's luxurious Lotus Flower Rolls. The green Lotus Roll bursts with a caramel apple flavor, while the blue Lotus Roll offers a smooth berry cream sensation. With our Crush for Flavor technology, enjoy an instant burst of natural, intense flavor anytime you desire. Elevate your experience with the finest creations nature has to offer. Explore the full collection at blumleaf.com. That's BLUUMLEAF.com. Blumleaf. Golf Partner, the world's largest golf store network, offers more purchasing opportunities than anywhere else. With a dominant market share and a wider selection of quality secondhand golf clubs than our competitors, we make it easy for you to enjoy the game with affordable, top-quality equipment. Join us at golfpartnerusa.com and discover why we're the trusted choice for golf lovers worldwide. That's GOLFPARTNERUSA.com. Golf Partner. At Terrapin Ridge Farms, they believe in the joy of effortless entertaining. Inspired by CEO Mary O'Donnell's mom and her legendary holiday parties, they've crafted a line of gourmet foods that turn any meal into a celebration. From savory jams to mustards, aiolis, and more, their products are made with love, bringing unforgettable flavors to your table. Whether it's a casual get-together or a special occasion, they make it easy to impress. Terrapin Ridge Farms, where great food and great memories come together. Visit them at terrapinridge.com. Terrapin Ridge.
Relax with Hemp Delicious. Organically grown hemp, massively blended with delicious organic herbs, responsibly sourced for their holistic benefits. Each sip offers calming, antioxidant-rich wellness. Brewed just for you. Sip the calm with Hemp Delicious. Find your blend at hempdelicious.com.
It is the Cam Show on Rogue Media Sports Network. Cam Stewart, Zach Burke, keeping us on the air. Golly, we're so into this Four Nations. I could have spent this whole time just talking about Four Nations, man. Four Nations facing off. It's just been such a treat, man. I just missed best on best hockey for so long. So long, man. It's great to have it back. Great to have it back. But I guess I do need to talk about some other things. One more thing on the Four Nations. One more. And this goes across all sports, but like, do people just get do you guys ever just get sick of politicizing everything? Like literally everything? I'm seeing this tweet last night about the Eichel and Tkachuk brothers line. It's fucking awesome. They dominate the game. They're going to be the best line at the tournament for the U.S. probably. They're fun. They're throwing the body around. They're scoring goals. They're making plays. And I got people on the timeline going, oh, the January 6th line. It's like, dude, are you like seriously? Because they might be Republicans. I mean, I get a news flash for you hockey fans that are watching a ton of this. They're all Republicans, okay? And chances are the Canadians are too. So you be like, what are you standing up against? You know, that doesn't mean they're bad people, but I know a lot of you think that. It's like, what? And then there's like pictures of like, I won't root for this guy. And it's Matthew Tkachuk, like 2 people away from Trump in a picture because they went there. The team won the Stanley Cup and they went to the White House. It's like, you guys are like, how is that not exhausting, man? Exhausting to just make everything about this. Like the people, I don't want to, this isn't even just a Trump thing, but everyone who hates Trump is keeping him alive right now. And it's just shit like this. And it's like, oh, or this is a classic. I love this. It's like, I hate my country, but I'll root for the USA for hockey for 2 weeks. Yeah, USA. It's like, you don't fucking hate this country. I'm telling you, you don't. But you can have some problems with it. I'm not saying that. I'm not like a love it or leave it guy. But like, you sound like such an asshole by doing that. Or these Americans that are like, yeah, I would have booed my national anthem too. It's like, you're a fucking loser, man. Like, I just hate that we have to politicize everything. It's like, oh, can I like this athlete? Who did he vote for? It's fucking ridiculous, man. Like, if you don't want to, then don't root for the U.S., but don't give me this shit of like, I'll root for everyone but Matthew Tkachuk. It's like, plays for your team, man. He's trying to win for your team, for your country. I don't know. I just hate, it's just got to be exhausting politicizing everything. And it's not just this tournament. It's all over the place. You guys have seen it. It's just ridiculous. I literally could not give a shit less who these people vote for. You want to make it like a Deshaun Watson argument? It's a different deal. He's assaulting people. I don't want to root for him. Thank God he's not on one of my teams. Aroldis Chapman, for example. Aroldis Chapman is going to be a tough guy to root for because I know he's an asshole. He's dangerous. He held held a gun to his wife's head. He's a fucking monster. But I don't really care that the same guy or a guy on the same team, Jaron Duran, is a Republican. I just don't give a shit. Liam Hendriks is really liberal. Don't care. Do not care. I don't know how these people can have the capacity to care. No wonder you guys are fucking miserable. I'm miserable from other things. Anyway. Oof. I am certainly a patriot during the Four Nations tournament, and I'm also a patriot, I guess, year-round because I want this team to get better so bad. And the closer we're getting to the draft, the more I think the Patriots are not going to use the number 4 overall pick. And that's okay. That's okay. Because the reason I'm thinking that is the closer we get to it, the more unlikely I think it is that Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter is actually going to be there at 4. I imagine they'll go 2 of the top 3 picks with probably Cam Ward mixed in there. And then it becomes kind of the next tier. And that's on the Patriots, obviously, for winning that last game. Inexcusable to win that last game when you had the number 1 pick in your hands. And I'm going to talk about, some trades they can work out that will still make this a good situation or better than what it was this year. But if you don't get Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter, that is 1,000% on you. On you. You did that to yourselves. Gerard Mayo did that to you. Joe Milton did that to you. Alex Van Pelt did that to you. Dale Pettis did that to you. You have no one to blame but yourselves for that. You had a golden opportunity to really set up your franchise for the next couple of years, and all you had to do was lose to the second best team in the AFC. And you went around, you fucked around, and you found out. And now you have 4, the number 4 pick, which we were thinking, at the time that they got it was like, okay, at least you'll get Abdul Carter. You're not going to now. There's some people out there who think Abdul Carter is going to go number 1 overall. And it's not just the player himself who thinks that. There are plenty of mock drafts that have him going number 1 to Tennessee. Because the closer we get to this draft, the more we're realizing that this is not a great top-of-the-line quarterback draft. And so there might not be a quarterback available. Or there might not be 2 quarterbacks taken in the top 3. And the saving grace for the Patriots here, so that they don't have to pick up, the corner out of Michigan, or excuse me, the defensive tackle out of Michigan, that was the one I liked, Mason Graham, as well as Will Johnson, the corner out of Michigan, or Tet McMillan or Will Campbell. The reason why you might not have to do that is because of this Aaron Rodgers deal. The Jets are the gift that keeps on giving. And this might be the ultimate gift that keeps on giving for the Patriots. Because now all of a sudden the Jets need a quarterback. They're getting rid of Aaron Rodgers. They thought it was a foolproof plan. Didn't work. The Jets are still the Jets. He gave you 5 wins, baby. 5. Doctor. You could have gotten more with Tyrod Taylor. Definitely could have got more with Sam Darnold this year. But instead you had Aaron Rodgers and you got 5 wins. And now you're cutting his ass. And boy, did he put you in a spot. Boy, did he put you in a bind with the drama that he brought and the players he bought, because you got Devontae Adams as well. Remember that? Yeah, he didn't really do well for you. This is from Bill Barnwell, by the way. This is what the Jets lost or are still tied up in for Aaron Rodgers. 2 second-round picks, $75 million. The contracts for Alan Lazard, Randall Cobb, and Tim Boyle. Another third-round pick, and $11.6 million for Devontae Adams. $11.6 million. A year plus with Nathaniel Hackett as OC for 5 wins. The Jets are still the Jets, and that's a good place to be if you're not the Jets. And now they need a quarterback. And where it could be the Patriots' misfortune could actually lean to, towards their own fortune. God, that sounded like a Biden quote. They're picking at 4, which they shouldn't be. And now they have like one of two prospects that they thought was going to be there. Neither one is going to be there. But that means there's going to be a quarterback available at 4. And the Jets need a quarterback really bad. And so do the Raiders. And so that now you have 2 dance partners there that are already picking in the top 7, right? I think the Raiders pick 6th and the Jets pick 7th. So you have 2 partners right there that you can bargain with and really get a good deal out of. I'm thinking of those draft day trades that you can have to get inside the top 5 for a quarterback. The Darnold one, where the Jets went up from 6 to 3. They had to give up that pick. They traded obviously 6 and a high second rounder. The Bears had to give up a couple second rounders and their first round pick to get up to 2 to get Mitch Trubisky. But from what I can remember, those are both scenarios where only one team wanted to get in the top 5. Now you've got 2 teams that want to get into the top 5. So the Patriots could get an additional first-round pick out of this. That's not out of the realm here. You could get either, the Raiders number 6 pick, or the Jets number 7, plus a first next year, or somewhere down the line, 2-3 years from now. Because you have 2 teams that are trying to get in there, and because the cupboard is so bare for this quarterback draft, this is the only pick that you're trading for. There's no other quarterback that can seemingly go in the top 8, right? Like I'm going off Phil Perry, his mock draft here, because he follows the Patriots closer than anyone. So I didn't want to do one of those national ones here. And after Shedeur, he does not have a quarterback going until let's see. Oof, Maron. There might not even be another one in this first round. Nope. Does not have another one going in the first round. And that's probably accurate for what we've seen with the rest of these mock drafts. Then it's Jalen Milroe and, Jackson Dart. Those guys, they might get some of that pro day hype, that combine hype. They're both really great athletes. But right now, there's not another quarterback that's even close to that stratosphere of Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders. And there's 2 teams in the top 10 that need to get down there and get that guy. So Phil Perry has in the trade, in his mock draft, he has the Patriots trading with the Raiders to get the number 6 pick and the number 37 picks, that the Raiders can go up and get Shedeur. And the Patriots, what do they win? What do they walk home with? Jalen Walker, the edge rusher out of Georgia. That would be great business. Is he better than Abdul Carter? Probably not. Is he better than Travis Hunter? Would I want him more than Travis Hunter? Probably not. So at the end of the day, you're still missing out on those 2 guys by not having the number 1 pick. But if you can get him at 6 and get an extra pretty premium second round pick, 37 out of that as well, like this guy's a beast too. I mean, you want to talk about the pass rushers in this draft? Obviously, I mean it's really Carter and then Walker, with Graham kind of in there as a defensive tackle, 3-down guy to Mason Graham. But he just won the Bednarik Award, best linebacker in the country. He's only 20, by the way. He's going on 21. This is what the write-up says on him. The 6'2", 245-pound Walker won the Butkus Award. Sorry, not the Bednarik. The Butkus is the linebacker award. As a 20-year-old this past season, as an off-the-line backer who showed innate talent for rushing off the edge when given the opportunity. He was wickedly disruptive against Texas, Tennessee, and Clemson, showing his sideline-to-sideline athleticism and high football IQ. He's also thought to have outstanding football character, which we love as well. And I watched both those games against Texas, where he gave the Longhorns absolute fits. And this is one of the best college football teams in the country against a great offensive coach in Steve Sarkisian, who the Cowboys were looking at earlier this year to coach in the NFL. So that tells you the kind of high-level football they're playing in the SEC, as if you didn't know. He was awesome in both those games. Perry writes this: for Vrabel, who will be looking to make a significant impact on the overall talent on his roster and add to the culture he's hoping to establish with his first pick, Walker feels like the kind of player he'd be willing to bet on. And that's a great point. Like, if you want to talk about setting the culture, like, I'm not saying Carter and Hunter would not. I'm not saying that. But this is a unique situation where you're trying to get top-end talent, and you need to really turn around a culture here. Actually, a lot of teams picking in the top 5 kind of have that too. But that's where Walker could be a beast and just so disruptive for this defense. Not quite Abdul Carter, but disruptive in a similar way, or the same way that Abdul Carter would be. And then you get the pick 37 out of that trade that's being proposed here. And you're picking in the top 2 of the top 6 picks in the second round. You're picking at 37 and 38. And Perry has them getting a tackle at 37 and a defensive tackle at 38. Alfred Collins from Texas, the defensive tackle. And Ursary, I think is how you say his name, the guy from Minnesota, who had a good year and then had an awesome Senior Bowl that was jumping off the charts. He was the Big Ten Offensive Lineman of the Year, and he is no doubt a tackle, by the way. Because, again, like Will Campbell, like what he says, like what he does out there, but there's questions as to his body being the body of a tackle. There is no such questions for Ariante or Seri. 6'6", 330, baby. And a great run blocker and pass protection. Pretty damn good, too. Three-year starter at left tackle at Minnesota. I would take that. You see, that's what I've been saying, too, is like you need a tackle, sure, but this is not a tackle-heavy draft. You can go out and get a guy in the 30s. So all of a sudden, the Patriots have some options here for the trade market, and it won't come until the draft day probably because if Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter's there, they'll probably pick one of those guys instead. But this could be, I think what Phil Perry lays out here is probably the best case scenario, unless one of those teams, either the Raiders or the Jets, panics and gives you another first-round pick down the line. This is as good as you can get right here. And I'm here for it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe. We're giving you fresh Boston sports content 5 days a week, high noon Eastern time, live on YouTube, and then wherever you get your podcasts. The Cam Show rolls on. We're putting you into the weekend, basically, next on The Cam Show.
Transform your workspace with Hanomi Ergonomics. From adjustable chairs to standing desks, we provide solutions for comfort and productivity, whether at home or in the office. Improve your posture, reduce strain, and work smarter. Visit us at hanomi.co today. That's HINOMI.co today. Unlock a world of convenience with MullyBox, your one-stop solution for personalized subscription boxes delivered right to your door. Each box is tailored to your taste. Experience the joy of surprises. Subscribe today at mullybox.com. That's MULLYBOX.com. Unlock your full potential with Onnit, your go-to for premium supplements, fitness gear, and wellness essentials. Whether you're training hard, recovering faster, or just looking to feel your best, Onnit has the tools you need to perform at your peak. Visit Onnit, that's ONNIT.com, and elevate your mind, body, and spirit today. At Rolls Rolla, we don't just sell wallpaper, we create cohesive, cozy spaces. Our deep understanding of design means every pattern, color, and texture is carefully chosen to complement your home. Plus, we use advanced technology and water-based inks for vibrant, eco-friendly prints, ensuring a healthier environment. Visit rollsrolla.com to transform your space today. That's ROLLSROLLA.com today.
Relax with Hemp Delicious. Organically grown hemp, massively blended with delicious organic herbs, responsibly sourced for their holistic benefits. Each sip offers calming, antioxidant-rich wellness. Brewed just for you. Sip the calm with Hemp Delicious. Find your blend at hempdelicious.com.
At Tusain's, we understand that maintaining a healthy lifestyle can be challenging, especially in today's fast-paced world. That's why our mission is to make fitness accessible to everyone, anywhere. Committed to excellence, we adopt a user-centric approach guided by ergonomics and medical science. With a team of seasoned professionals in R&D, design, and manufacturing, we prioritize quality across our entire product line. Visit Tusains.com today and start your journey to better health. That's TOUSAINS.com.
Ready to bring your vision to life? At Small Rig, every idea, design, and product is inspired by you, the creator. With our industry-first under co-design mode and the Dream Rig free customization project, we unite with global creators to turn big dreams into reality. Whether it's a cage rig or mount, Small Rig's versatile gear is built to elevate your craft. Small Rig, where your creativity meets our innovation. Go to smallrig.com.
Calling all Marvel fans, get Marvel Unlimited and unlock over 30,000 comics featuring your favorite heroes and iconic stories, all available to read anytime, anywhere. Whether you're into classic tales or the latest adventures, there's something for everyone. Don't miss out. Head to marvel.com/unlimited today and start your Marvel journey now. At Angel Bliss, we believe every parent's journey is a beautiful adventure. Our mission is to make it joyful and stress-free with thoughtful, safe, and innovative products. Born from a love for family, we promise peace of mind for parents and comfort for babies. From playtime to bedtime, every Angel Bliss product is designed with care, reliability, and a style to nurture the special bond between parent and child. Angel Bliss, creating happy memories, one baby at a time. Visit us at angelbliss.us. Angel Bliss.
Gosh, we bring you back here with the silky pipes of Mike Hamilton talking about Angel Bliss. It's Kim Stewart, Zach Burke keeping us on the air. We're just a couple minutes from the weekend here, Zach. I don't know. I can't give you my big breakdown on the first week of Torrey Craig in Celtics green and white. Unfortunately, I know you were looking forward to that.
I was very much looking forward to that.
Really looking forward to that. And I also didn't do a worst thing we watched this week because I didn't really have anything.
I was about to say, did you watch anything bad?
I did, but it's something I've already talked about at length on the show. But so Grace had not seen Madam Web.
I still haven't watched it.
Oh my God, dude. Oh,
yeah, I've heard it's awful.
It's so fucking bad. I look, this is no hot take. This came out a year ago.
Yeah.
But it's on Netflix. And so we watched the first 40 minutes probably.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, it felt like an AI movie, really. It's just paint by numbers. Like there was just nothing to it. Like they just throw a backstory at you that doesn't make any fucking sense. And just, I don't know, man. It feels like the most thrown together big budget movie you've ever seen.
It is, because here's the thing. They came up with the brilliant idea of, hey, let's have this whole story and world set in this place that evolves around this character and this mythos. And then we're not going to have that character exist. Cam, would you go see a Sherlock Holmes movie if Sherlock Holmes wasn't in it?
That'd be a tough sell.
I'm just saying maybe that's not the best way to do it, but I mean, that's
I feel like Star Wars is doing it. I don't keep up. Maybe I'm way wrong on that, but
they've put the time and effort to make you. I assume I haven't really kept up either. Put the time and effort in to make you care about the other characters that are there that are related to it. You just can't.
Well, that's the other thing. This Madam Web, it's really a movie about four characters, not even just four. I mean, it's really 5 or 6, but 4 protagonists.
Yeah.
And you really don't know anything about 3 of them at all. And one of them you barely know anything about. And it just doesn't make any sense. And Dakota Johnson, I think, is a fine actor. I don't think she's great, but she's a good enough actor. Is just she has nothing to work with in this movie, and she's terrible. And it's they're trying to make this character. She's one of the guys. She's just one of the guys. She goes to a baby shower. She doesn't want to be in with the girls. She likes to be grilling with the guys. And it's why are they even making her like this? You know what I mean? This has nothing to do with her character at all.
Because correct me if I'm
And by the way, for all but about 2 minutes of the movie, we talk about 4 protagonists. For all then about 2 minutes of the movie, 3 of them don't have superpowers.
Yeah, that's what.
And one of them barely does. She can see the future.
Because that's Madam Web's.
Yes, yeah. So I mean, I know that is true. But
you want to know
cars and shit.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know if you know this because it was before your time, but the only thing that I know about Madam Web, and this is coming from a guy who is a big time comic book nerd. I'll just go ahead and go into that. Is that she was an old woman in the cartoon I watched as a kid that could tell the future, and that's just what I remember. She was very bondage themed. It felt because she had a thing wrapped around her eyes, and she was all bound, and you're huh. This is problematic for a 6-year-old, but I don't know. Let's keep watching it.
We talking old or just MILF?
No, old lady.
Mature.
No, I'm talking about 60-year-old, don't hug her too hard. You might break her shoulder kind of thing.
Dakota Johnson, it is funny because at the end of it, she is supposed to look like Madam Web. She's blind and has the thing, but she's clearly fucking 34 years old.
Yeah.
The other kids are
woman.
Well, actually, they're older than that. Sydney Sweeney's my age, so she's 27 in the movie.
Yeah,
26. So and they're supposed to be playing teenagers, but it's just like, it doesn't make it like the 3 kids, they're not orphans, but they like the story wants them to be. Like one of them's just like, oh, I got a new stepmom and she doesn't like me, so I'll just be able to leave home. And the other one's like, my parents rich, they go away all the time. I could just leave home forever. And it's just like, I think only one of them's actually like a foster child. The rest of them are just like, yeah, I can go off with this stranger and live with my superpowers that I don't even know that I have, but this bitch has convinced me that I do. It doesn't make and there's fucking product placement and
isn't there a lot of Pepsi or something?
Yes. So the climax of the film has to do a lot with Pepsi.
Well, hopefully Pepsi got their worth out of it at least. I'm looking at a picture of Madam Web right now. Like she has like she looks like nothing but just solid white hair that's, kind of her hairline's back a bit, and she has like the long, thin, like bony kind of fingers, like not Dakota Johnson when I think of her. But anyway, can I add just one thing real quick? Because you did talk about the worst things we've seen this week. I also did not watch much, but Laura is really she likes a lot of like crime procedurals and stuff. Mainly, oddly enough, like British ones. So
those are inherently a little bit better.
They are. They're a little bit longer though too. It's not like the 60 minutes, it's a 90 minutes, but still a lot of Midsummer Murder stuff like that. She started rewatching because I guess she was flipping through Prime or Netflix or something and came across it. And we watched Bones some when it came out back in the day. I don't know if you're familiar with this TV show, Bones.
I don't like it. Grace actually really loves it. So
okay, so she started watching it again. And in watching it, she brought something to my attention that I didn't notice too. And then watching these episodes, it is for a show in the early 2000s. And this might have been, or mid 2000s when it started. And this might have been for all TV at the time. There are so many just like 2-3 minute scenes of just music that plays while montages of things happen. And it's never like great music. It's always like, this could be like a Creed cover band playing this song while it's like, oh, we're going to look through all the bodies and stuff like that.
Dude, I saw that a ton with One Tree Hill, which obviously lends itself to it very much, but it's very like angsty, kind of douchey music. Like they would have at least one like full length song every episode.
Yes. And so that is just kind of one of the, it works in some, I say it works in like those teen dramas just because like what they're going for.
Yeah.
Like it's the mood. It's weird when they're like, let me study the particulate to see where these bugs were that found this dead body. And then it's just like, Colby Colley just very introspective, and you're thinking about things while we're just like dusting off bones and looking through prints, and it's just kind of weird.
Oh my gosh. Never changed. By the way, that's the time frame roughly of what they're going for in Madam Web. They're trying to be 2002. Which is interesting because obviously people of both our vintage will know I think that's the exact year that the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man came out.
I think you're right.
I think it was 2004. Yeah. And so now we're supposed to believe that this kid that they're talking about isn't even born yet. So, yeah, I doubt it.
I'll watch it at some point in time just to laugh at it and mock it.
Oh, you should. It was great the first time around watching when I was high, but I was high the second time and it wasn't as fun just because it's just so boring for the most part. Like it's not outlandish really. It's just so dull that you're like, how did this get made? How is there this much money into this? You know what I mean? It's so horrible. But it is kind of funny they have some terrible dubbing in there. Like it doesn't make any sense. This is the first thing I said about it when leaving the theater, and I've used it. I've used this analysis for plenty of movies since.
Mm-hmm.
But if you think about any scene in that movie for more than about 5 seconds, you'll realize what the fuck is this? You'll either ask, how does this make sense?
Yeah.
Or how does this tie into the plot? Like, how does this move the plot forward at all? Like it's so useless. Anyway, that was I guess the worst thing I watched this week.
Yeah.
Maybe Canadians booing our national anthem.
Maybe I'll watch it, and that can be the worst thing I watched for next week when we talk about it. I can tell you what's not going to be though is the game on Saturday night.
U.S. Canada, baby. Oh my God, we're gonna have an entire breakdown of that Monday. I cannot wait for this. And you know what? Even if they lose, we'll get them again next Thursday.
Oh yeah.
In in Boston on our turf, baby.
Oh yeah. They can have one in Canada. We'll take it at home in Boston.
Take it when it matters.
Yep.
But I mean, Canada really I don't want to say need to win this game, but if they lose it in regulation, they're in some trouble because this is a points thing. 3 points for a regulation win, 2 points for the overtime win. So they won in overtime. They only got 2. USA gets 3. So if they lose in regulation, they got an uphill battle for that third game.
You know what we haven't thought about? There is a possibility still that the championship game could be against Sweden or Finland.
Yes. No, that's absolutely the case.
I mean, we're going to
people will remember the Miracle on Ice. That was not for the gold medal. They had to beat Finland in the final 2 days later, wearing this jersey, not the classic white one from the actual Miracle.
Who's on the back of yours?
This would be who would have been the MVP of the tournament. Certainly the USA's best player from Northeastern Massachusetts and Boston University, the goaltender, number 30, Jim Craig. Can you see it, Zach? I can't look.
Yeah, I can see Craig there. Yeah. It fits very well. I like it.
Great. Massasoit Community College and Boston University, baby. Yeah. Anyway, I guess that's the week for the show, Zach. What do you think?
I guess so. I think we did pretty good.
I think that's a good way to end it. Yeah, sure. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, we're live every weekday, high noon Eastern time, and then here on YouTube, and then wherever you get your podcasts. Fresh Boston Sports every day. We're going to be talking Four Nations facing off. For Zach Burke, I'm Cam Stewart. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you on Monday on The Cam Show.
Transform your workspace with Hanomi Ergonomics. From adjustable chairs to standing desks, we provide solutions for comfort and productivity, whether at home or in the office. Improve your posture, reduce strain, and work smarter. Visit us at hanomi.co today. That's HINOMI.co today. Experience the future of secure private cloud storage with Internex. Protect your files with end-to-end encryption, ensuring your data stays private and accessible only to you. Enjoy seamless, fast storage without compromising security. Visit Internex.com today and take control of your digital life. That's INTERNXT.com today. Protect your online privacy with NordVPN. Browse securely, access content from anywhere, and keep your data safe with military-grade encryption. Whether at home or on the go, NordVPN ensures your digital freedom. Stay secure. Download NordVPN today at nordvpn.com. That's NORDVPN.com. Tusains, we understand that maintaining a healthy lifestyle can be challenging, especially in today's fast-paced world. That's why our mission is to make fitness accessible to everyone, anywhere. Committed to excellence, we adopt a user-centric approach guided by ergonomics and medical science. With a team of seasoned professionals in R&D, design, and manufacturing, we prioritize quality across our entire product line. Visit Tusains.com today and start your journey to better health. That's TOUSAINS.com.